Hey, this is Stephen A. Williams, President and founder of the CreditRepairShop.com. And in this video here, we're going to talk about an individual YouTube subscriber getting sued by Discover Bank, the original uh, creditor. And I received a letter in the mail last week that my remote court, about my remote court hearing by Zoom. There's nothing on the letter except my case number and title. And you may need to contact them to get it. You can contact the original. It says I'm being sued by Discover Bank, the original debt collector. Okay. If it's you need to contact the plaintiff attorney. You can contact the court to ask how can you get that information so you can get the original summons document from them. Uh, it says I have no idea what the exact amount of debt I owe. And basically, the bottom line is that they can't afford a wage garnishment. So this is what you need to do. Let's just take it from the top. First thing you need to do is you need to get the court summons. You need to respond to the court summons because could be information in there that you didn't even know about that don't pertain to you, or an amount. Like you said, you don't even know the amount. Maybe that amount is an amount that you don't agree with. But the only way that you can respond to that is by responding to the court summons, and where they talk about how much you owe. That is where you would do what's called a debt validation within that allegation to have them prove the total amount. Now, if this is with the original creditor Discover, basically you're going to basically be going back and forth on the amount if you don't agree with what the amount that they claim you owe. If it's a third party debt collector, then you would be making that third party debt collector prove all of the charges that they're putting in their claim, because they're only claiming that amount, but they've gotten that information from another party, and they were not in the accounting, nowhere part of the charge process, anything. All they did was buy the debt. So, but if from what you're saying, you're getting sued by Discover, and one easy way that you can find out is you can call the plaintiff attorney and find out if Discover is truly the one that's suing you. If they are, then you're going to need to still answer the court summons. You can get that by calling the court clerk. They can get you a copy or tell you where you can get one, or the plaintiff attorney can get one over to you. Read it. Make sure everything on there is correct. Things that you don't agree with, like the amounts or anything that just doesn't seem agreeable, you have a right to disagree with it, but you have to put that on paper and respond to each of those allegations point by point. Even if it's true, you still have to put an answer on there point by point that you admit or you deny, and then your statement. So you'll send that back to them, and then you need to make your court date. But in between your court date, they could decide if it's something that they believe is not going to go in their favor. They could ask for dismissal, or ask for more time based on what you're asking for in the debt validation, or they could proceed and you have that court date, and then you just ask the judge that they give you the answers to anything that you thought was not right. And then, worst case scenario, you can end up doing a settlement if you have money to do a settlement, but you're saying that you cannot afford a wage garnishment. So let me tell you some options that you have with that is that you might need to, well, do this. Number one is you need to check your state's uh, laws on garnishing wages. In my state of Wisconsin, they call it the poverty guideline. And you don't actually have to be in poverty, but it's if you have a low income and you have a certain amount of dependents, they won't allow you to legally be garnished. So you need to make sure that you fit within that category if your state has something similar to what ours has. Also, if you've lost your job due or wages or low income, you may not even be able to be garnished in your state due to the national emergency that's was going on. But that's kind of going away in state by state right now. The other thing is if you are on disability, or some type of medical issue that you had, job loss, those types of things. You can notify the plaintiff attorney and let them know that situation because they may feel that they want to stop the process right now because they don't believe that they're going to be able to collect anything from you. That is a possibility, especially if you can't really afford it right now. And so those are your options that you have. And I wish you well and good luck. Don't let this scare you or bring you down. All you have to do is just remember that if you just keep pushing forward, you will get over it. Get over this situation and be able to move forward. But you do need to get all of the information so you're able to see exactly what they're claiming you owe and look at what if it's a third party debt collector or if it is Discover Bank so you can see how you need to proceed. And then also one thing for our closeout, American Express and Discover Card are the two banks that are known for suing their delinquent and charged off credit card holders. They will, a lot of times, they will not sell the debt. They will just hire a third party collector to try to collect the money, but they don't usually sell the debt. The other credit card providers, they are mostly known for selling off their debt. All right, if you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch the video, What Makes Us Different. You can see our 8-point validation process and also our two-phase settlement system for settling debt. And then if you need your credit reports and scores, because you need to know how a negative item, even if it's something that you had or it could be ID theft, you need to know how it's displayed on your credit reports, and you need to know your scores and always be up to date on your credit. You can go to the website your3scores.com. Check out the special that we have there, so you can get all three credit reports, all three scores. If you need have debt collectors that are trying to come after you early in the game, not where they're already suing you, you can use one of the three letters that I have, statute of limitations letter, which is if you find out looking at your credit reports that a debt is past the legal statute of limitations for them to collect, not the legal statute of limitations to remain on your credit reports. Every state has a different statute of limitations to collect a debt legally. It could be as short as 3 years in some states, like California. If it's past the legal statute of limitations to collect, they have not gotten a judgment from you. You can use the letter that I give you, the statute of limitations letter, to notify them that they cannot collect on that debt and they will stop 100%. And if you need a debt validation or the cease and desist collection activities letter, those two are there. I give you the 3-pack all in one package. So we fixed our programming problem that we had with when people were trying to download those letters. So thank you for your time. This is Stephen A. Williams, President and Founder of thecreditrepairshop.com. Thank you.